joined by McNeese head women's basketball coach, Kacie Cryer. Coach, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
For you guys in particular, especially, you have had quite the last couple of months having to deal with COVID, having to deal with multiple hurricanes hitting your guys' area. Can you just give us a status update on where your team is, how you guys are doing, and everything?
Yeah, it's been a lot. With COVID for all of us, that's been an adventure, and we're all handling that, and I think our kids have handled that well. And then Laura came, and Laura really did a lot of damage to Lake Charles and our arena and our campus and our city and our homes, and we were without seeing each other for 36 days. We didn't get to do much right there, and just seeing the devastation to our hometown, it was tough. But we talked to our players, and we were able to, with our administration, get us here to Baton Rouge. So we are living here on the campus of LSU, which we're very thankful for them. And we are able to practice here, at Southern, at Baton Rouge Community College, at a couple high schools here in town, and we're able to practice, and then not only did we have Laura, but then Delta came, and we had to evacuate us then because we thought it was coming to Baton Rouge, but it ended up going back to Lake Charles. And, it's just been tough times, for us, but you can't see it in the way that our kids are handling it. They've handled it really well.
What is your message as the head coach been just in terms of making sure mentally they are okay in preparation work with going into the season and playing?
We just really talked about, making an impact, being a light, representing themselves, their family, and Lake Charles. We're Southwest Louisiana strong. And that's been the biggest message from us and our team. And you'll hear our young ladies speak about it all the time. We want to be a light. We want people to look forward to something in Lake Charles. And that's to watch us and the men play this season. And that's what we're working for. And that's what we're focused on daily and what we do in practice.
As you mentioned a little bit ago, you're thrilled, I'm sure, to be able to actually practice, take the court. How have you seen your team come together in this time and perform, whether it's at practice, just in weightlifting? How have they shown up?
Oh, they show up every day with a big smile on their face. That's the one thing we get from a lot of people is they look so happy, even though they've been through so much. And they are. They're together. They're spending a lot of time together. We're all spending a lot of time together, but I think it's made us stronger. And you see it. I mean, the chemistry has been immediate. We brought in a lot of new kids, but you can't tell. And it's just because of the mindset. I think they have that mindset of us. It's us, and we've got to figure it out. And that's the way they show up. They show up to practice that way. They show up to weights that way. We get to go to dinner together here. People have been sending us items around the country to help us while we're here, in Baton Rouge, and just have made it feel like home. And I think that everyone has handled it well, but most importantly, those 13 young ladies have handled this like champs.
You mentioned a lot of new faces we'll see playing on the court this year. Not any freshmen, though. A lot of JUCO transfers. Being able to have girls who have actually played before, what kind of advantage does that give? I know they haven't obviously played in your system, but just the fact that they've played at the collegiate level before, what benefit does that have going into the season?
The maturity and the experience, you see it, immediate impact those 5 junior college players have been to our program. And it's because of the experience. And we knew we needed to go after that. That was important for us. With us losing, a lot of scoring and a lot of rebounding in our senior class last season. So we were prepared to bring these kids in. We brought in winners, and we feel like with those kids we brought in and the 8 that we returned, it's really been a good mix, and we're really pleased with where we're at right now, even considering all that we've been through.
Of those JUCO transfers, are there any specific individuals who you've seen that really have taken your eye?
Yeah, there's been a few. I really feel like Michaela Lindsay from Pearl River and Nene from LSUE have really stood out to us consistently. And then Elizabeth Critton has stood out really well, with her rebounding ability. But they all are, they're all really standing out. We brought in a couple kids from LSUE, so the chemistry they already had with playing with each other is now coming on, and you could see it. But it's been tremendous just watching them make an immediate impact for us.
Now, turning our attention to one of the lone seniors and the only starter from last year coming back, Callie Maddock. How has she stepped up and been a leader and been that person that you can rely on during this time?
Callie's really stepped up and taken that role. I mean, she's had a couple injuries, had to miss, most of our conference last season due to her knee. But she's bounced right back, and she works hard every day. Callie's consistent in her effort. She's consistent in her leadership, her energy, and it's what we're going to need. And I really want to credit Shayla Gardner as well. She's our other senior. We only have two, and she's been tremendous with her leadership, and I'm excited to see that really take place on the court as well for her this season. So we're thankful for those two. I think they've made this transition easy for all of us.
Looking towards the entire season as a whole, what are your goals? What would you like to see your team accomplish this season?
Just win the day. I think that's our big thing. It's not where we start, it's about where we finish. And that's something that we talked about as a team yesterday. We have a lot to prove, and we want to really get out and prove it. And I feel like they've done that in their work that they bring daily. We obviously want to win more games, and we are prepared to do that. And the kids know what it's going to take, and they bring it every day to do that. So that's our focus, is really just one day at a time, and really learning patience and just, control what you can control. That's really taught us a lot through COVID plus the 2 hurricanes. So we're really looking forward to this season and what lies ahead. And I think these 13 young ladies are not only learning things, on the court, but they're going to be prepared for life as they've went through so much in a short period of time. So we're just excited to have the opportunity to play.